In the fall of 2012, the Winona Area Public Schools Board asked a calendar committee of teachers, community members, and administrators to take a look at the possibility of a modified calendar for the district. Winona Senior High School Principal Kelly Halverson said that while they are still in the beginning stages, the committee's research has shown that a new calendar could benefit student achievement.
We took a look at some of the districts around us that have done this. Rochester has a school that went to a modified calendar, and Austin has a school that went to a modified calendar and have seen significant results with their test scores. So we took a look at those two districts and studied what they were doing and then looked at our calendar. It doesn't add any school days, it just distributes them differently throughout the year.
The modified calendar concept is similar to a 45-15. In other words, 45 days of school followed by a 15-day break. The calendar committee is looking at starting classes in the beginning of August with a 3-week break in October, a 2-week break around the holidays, and a 3-week break in March, with school ending about the same time it does right now.
So what you've done is you've shortened up your summer, and that's be only 6 or 7 weeks off in the summertime. And the research is very clear that students regress or they lose some of their learning over the summer because the summertime is basically just too long. You have 3 months. So teachers end up reteaching a lot of what they want their students to know by the time let's say they enter 7th grade. They have to reteach a lot of things so that they're ready, and it's wasted time. We just as soon have the teachers and the kids hit the ground running and learning just continue as it should.
There's also an opportunity for remediation or enrichment or field trips that happen during those breaks that the students have. They're called intersessions.
The calendar committee's research so far consists of visits with members of Austin and Rochester school officials who are currently utilizing similar calendar structures and looking into a study by the Department of Education from 1998 on the concept. They've also received positive feedback in a faculty survey where 61.5% of faculty respondents agreed that there are student achievement benefits to the calendar. 25% were undecided and only 12% did not agree. These findings were presented at a March 21st school board meeting.
Probably our biggest drawback is the fact that we have 3 of our elementary schools do not have air conditioning. And when we're saying, well, we would be starting school on August 1st, you know, that's going to raise some eyebrows because it gets pretty darn hot in these buildings.
If the board decides to go forward with the change, they face a decision of implementing the modified calendar district-wide or focusing on a specific school.
If it was implemented at one school, there would be costs with transportation, for example, in August when those students need to get to school and other students aren't getting to school. So that would be the cost associated if it was in one school. If it were district-wide, the number of days are the same, so there wouldn't be any transportation increase because it would be the same number of days.
I tend to believe that because of our layout and the way we transport kids, that we would be better served if everybody was on the same schedule. Not to say that we couldn't do it, not to say we couldn't have the high school or the middle school or all of our secondary or all of our elementary be on a different calendar. It just creates a lot of problems especially if you're a parent and you would have one child going to one school on one schedule and one going to the other. That would be an issue.
Once the options are there and the board looks at those, then I think that's the point where we get the community input. So I don't think, you know, that the issue is definitely not just going to be made, or the decision is definitely not just going to be made by the board, but they're really looking for the community option or the community input.
Hannon said that implementation would be a couple of years out yet, but once a decision on whether to add air conditioning to all schools is made, the process is likely to move forward quickly.
Really making use of the year in I think, a wiser way than we currently do. Getting away from the old agrarian calendar that we've been on for 100+ years, and getting more with the times. And it just makes a lot of sense to use our buildings in a more full capacity, and to get at that regression and have less of that during the summertime with our students. So it's all about, the bottom line is to raise student achievement, make our students more successful in school and be better learners.
Halverson said the calendar committee is currently drafting some options along with the associated cost estimates to present to the school board.